All right, guys. Director Will Colazzo here. I'm here with Mark C Fullhardt. Fullhardt. How do you pronounce it correctly? So they know.
Fullhardt.
Fullhardt. So we just got finished shooting the first scenes of our upcoming feature film, a found footage film, Untitled. So what do you think, Mark?
I think it's going to be great. I think the concept is awesome. I'm more or less a mainstream actor. Getting into the horror genre
Independent horror, right?
it's just new for me. But I'm finding my feet, in this, and working with Will. I mean, you can't ask for a better guy to work with. We're both on the same page about a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right, we have the same ideas, and we're creative. In other words, we'll just come up with things on the fly, and it's usually the best way to be.
Yeah. Like this scene we just shot, we had basically an idea and a little bit of a script.
And it just got legs.
And we just like knew that we could do it off the top of our head. This is my first time doing something like this without a script and just going, and I think it worked out pretty good. I think, it was challenging, but we played it out and we got a point across, and it's a different type of project for both of us. I've never done anything like this. I found footage.
Totally different from another project we're working on.
Oh, yes.
Bad Ravioli, which is a retro mob comedy set in Queens in 1970.
And you did directorial debut. Tell them a little bit about
That's
that.
right, it's my directorial debut. And I have a great cast, and everything from mobsters to loan sharks to pimps. And it takes place in 1970. And so some of the music will be from 70, the clothes will definitely be from 70. And it's a comical look back to what Queens was like 40 some odd years ago. And hopefully in the winter time we'll have a short titled Hotel, and it'll be directed by Troy Acree, and DP will be Will Colazzo Jr. And I'm going to play George the desk clerk, kind of like a circus ringmaster to keep all the crazies in line.
So many projects in 2018.
So many.
What about the other film that we shot last April, The Occultist, aka SOV, shot on video? What did you think of that experience? That's how I first met you. Yeah, The Occultist too.
Now, I was brought in on that on a whim, I guess. I touched base with you and the rest of the cast. And
so you showed up on the set in this little cabin. There's a crazy Dalmatian running around. These crazy young actors. What did you think? What was your first impression? Like, what the hell's going on here?
I said, did I make a wrong turn somewhere?
And the first day you showed up by accident. You got the schedule.
That's right. I showed up twice.
I'm so
now,
happy.
Tell me that's not dedication. I mean, to show up a day early, you know what? You never want to be late for a call time.
Yeah, he showed up a day early. He called me. He's like, "Where are you?" I go, "Mark, we're shooting tomorrow."
Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Good thing this place was close to home."
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a great bunch of people. The dog was an extra added attraction.
We had one of our actors, one of the stars, Carl J. Grasso, get attacked by a Dalmatian.
We had a wrestling match with him on the front lawn, and it's too bad we don't have the footage for that.
But the whole cast was amazing. We had Angie Hansen there. She's like an upcoming horror actress. She did a great job. We had Karen Land. Karen Land actually started out with me, in the film business. Like, he was in my first short film ever when I was in film school. He actually came to my film school for an audition.
It was funny the one scene where he goes, "Hello, Ellen." When he finds out what I'm really doing, and he just, "Yo, hello."
Well, yeah, when you do the reveal on it.
Well,
and then we had the Ghost Boys, who played by Joe and Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew's killing it right now. He's in a whole bunch of horror
And
movies.
the demonic nun.
And the demonic nun, played by Jessica Colazzo, and her husband Tim Thompson, who played Paranormal Tim. They both stand-up comedians. I believe this was their first acting role in a movie, and they just smashed it. They killed it. So this is an awesome movie. We're looking forward to coming out.
Yep. And hopefully it gets the promotion it deserves.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to make.
It's an ensemble cast. It's a throwback to an 80s horror film. It was really good.
Well, that's it. I mean, if you had to think of me as anything in the film, maybe like Vincent Price.
Yes, he played Mr. Shiva.
Yeah. Kind of like a House on a Haunted Hill, only with a twist.
Yeah.
And everybody there just did their job. Everybody was great. Okay, you couldn't have asked them The, you know, the sound, the audio came out great. Nothing could have been better. So hopefully that gets a lot of play.
We had some problems happen. We had a special effects guy come and he couldn't make it, unfortunately. He's a great guy. Something just came up and so we had to make do. We had to do with our own effects and our own makeup in it. Thank God we had a good props to make it work.
And we got one or two more projects in our heads yet. We're just not ready to reveal them.
Yeah. So right now we got this feature, this found footage feature that we're doing. It's a great challenge. And then there's a couple more things going on. There's some big things coming on in the future.
Yeah, we'll let you know when we're ready for everybody to know.
So it's like Cult Cinema is joining forces with
Dartboard Productions.
Yeah.
So you look for us everywhere.
What other shows can we find you on?
You can find me in the movie The Face in the Wall. You can find me as a Syrian refugee in an episode of Blacklist Redemption. You can find me in the season 3 premiere of Billions. I play a Department of Justice official. I'm in a movie called The New York Butcher where I get my throat slashed. I'm in a lot of stuff. I'm in Impractical Jokers. I play an old version of Joe Gatto.
I always see him.
And that gets a lot of airplay. All right. I played a bookie, 2 episodes in The Deuce. I've been in A Crime to Remember a couple times. I've been in a lot of stuff.
So you've been acting now for 3 years?
Not quite 3 years.
Okay, so we almost there. So what advice would you give to somebody who's a little older or somebody who doesn't think they could do it starting out?
Okay.
How did you start, real quick?
I started because I had a heart attack and couldn't do my original career anymore. All right, so one of my customers suggested that I try background acting. Well, 12 weeks after that, I graduated to speaking roles, and I never looked back. Now, advice, imagination. You got to have an imagination in this business, all right? Imagination, you got to be flexible. If the lines get changed up on the fly, you have to be able to change with them. Be on time and pay attention to wardrobe specs. Very important. I got my first speaking role, all right, because I looked the part, and the actor that was supposed to have the role didn't show.
So what are some places where people who start out where they could find work, where they could look to get booked?
You can look. There's a lot of agencies there, casting agencies that'll claim to get you work. They all cost money. All right. Backstage is one of the better ones. I get a lot of work from Backstage. You can actually get some work off of Craigslist if you're careful and you do your research. My first time on Impractical Jokers, okay, I worked for them twice. The first time was on Craigslist. So you can get good work there, but you have to watch what you submit for. Backstage is a good one. Casting networks supposedly is good. I know other people have used them. Here's the bottom line. If somebody offers you a shot at just being an extra, you do it. And you know why? It does a lot of things. For one thing, it teaches you what a film set is like. All right? It's not lights, camera, action, people. They did that back in the 1920s, okay? Before there was sound movies. All right? Everything is done totally different. You learn how to conduct yourself on a movie set. You learn the ins and outs. You learn the lingo. What you're supposed to do. And the other thing is, you get seen. In other words, the more you're seen, the more people want to see you. And that's basically it. I mean, to my credit, I've done it. Half a dozen music videos, about 5 commercials, 40 some odd movies and TV episodes. And the best is, I did 2 live comedy performances. They were immersive comedy where you get thrust into a situation and you got to improv and wing it. And that's the other thing. You should try and take some classes to get some good improv skills. Do all of these things, and at the very worst, you're going to have fun, get a few dollars in your pocket, and be able to see yourself years from now.
Wow.
See, when you're on film, you're immortal. Okay? You're immortal for the next 99 years. You're around. So.
Thank you, Mark. That was amazing. We got to do that voiceover now. All right.